Okay, so today is pancake day, so we are making pancakes, and as there's 6 of us, I have a very big bowl. If there's only like a few of you, you probably need like a tiniest part of a bowl like that. I start off with a spoon, just because it's very heavy going, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to put in the eggs in a minute. So I've done the eggs. We had 1 left over in the pack, so we decided to put in 9. So I'm going to mix them up a bit with some milk, and then I add as much flour as I can. I've got a pack here. I might stick the whole pack in because we want lots today, and then I just dilute it with milk. So let's put some milk in the bowl, and then we'll mix it up. So it's a bit of a tedious process, but the results are great. So I've mixed up the eggs with a little bit of milk, and now I'm going to pour in the flour. That's a nice new pack, and it should give us all the pancakes we want, which my kids will be very happy about, no doubt. They're like hovering in the background, drooling already, even though we haven't even started. Right, I've put the entire pack in, which has filled up the bowl quite nicely, so it'll be pretty tricky adding enough milk. So, so I mix it in a little bit with the milk and eggs that were already there. Otherwise I might never find the milk and the eggs back. I mix it through. It's mainly I do it this way because otherwise if you make a lot of pancakes, it's very hard not to get it really lumpy, and that's not very nice if you're eating pancakes and there's all these little floury lumps in your pancake. Nobody wants that, so that's what we do. So I'm now stirring it, and it's starting to look rather disgusting, a bit like turning concrete, but it should be worth it. So I'll just pause it a minute. There we go. So about 3 hours later we have the batter. No, it's been a while. It takes a while because I don't want lumps. So we've got a very full bowl. So what I always do, I pour it in a big jug. I use a ladle to get it in a jug at first, because I find my mum used to do it with a ladle, but you splatter bits of batter everywhere and it just creates more mess, and it's quite hard to get it the right amount in the pan. And then you have to scoop more if it's too little, and yeah, it's just a faff. So I put it in a jug, and then we'll start baking. And again, that's like a whole thing in itself, because you want the pans really hot, otherwise it will take a very long time. So I use 2 really large frying pans, just to make it go faster. Like I said, obviously I'm working on basis of 6 people wanting pancakes. So the first one hardly ever works, just because the pan isn't hot enough really, which is fine. So we'll try, and I use a very big skillet thing to sort of turn it over. You can flip them over, but as I'm doing so much and they're so big, it doesn't work well. It works better with the smaller pans. And then once the pancake is done, I put on a big tray and I put it in the oven so that it stays warm, rather than the first 60 pancakes being cold. So we'll see how we're doing. So I'm watching it, and I'll wait till all the batter on the top is dry, and then I turn it over, and hopefully it will have worked. But like I said, the first one often sticks and falls apart and doesn't really cook, but it still tastes nice. So I might eat it with a bit of syrup. We'll see. So had the first scrape out. I'm just munching my way through the best of the rip-offs. So they're now starting to get nicely done. So I'll put this one in my oven. I'm making a stack. There's about 3 or 4 in there already. So I use sunflower oil, vegetable oil, anything like that. Tend not to use olive oil. I'm sure it's possible, really, just to stop it from sticking onto your pan and make it flavoursome. So I pour in the batter, spread it out a little bit so it's more even. Now I realised once I started that the batter is supposed to be just, look, this is my jug, it's just supposed to be just a little bit thicker than milk. Now mine was getting more like runny yogurt, which is what I call Dutch yogurt because it's quite runny. It's too thick, so your pancake, it's fine, I mean, batter is batter, isn't it? But it's better if it's slightly more runnier. So I've added a little bit of milk and carried on from there. So goes on and on. There's quite a few in the oven already. So this one is now getting darker. You can also feel, if they feel very floppy, then just leave them on that side a little bit longer. And otherwise, turn it over, see what it's like. This one feels quite floppy, so I tend to pat it down a bit. It steams up in the middle. Still going all right. So that's how we do it. And I have got 2 in the oven now. But I'll be a bit longer, so even with 2, so it does get a bit tedious, because obviously there's like gaps when you're just literally watching, not paint dry but batter dry. Should be worth it. It'll probably be gone in like 5 minutes. My kids love pancakes, so that's the one we use. Now the Dutch syrup that I mentioned in my blog is this one. I hope you can see that. It's called Schenkstroop. It's like Dutch word for syrup, and it's like the black, and you can see it's very, very black. Wish you could sniff it. It's good. It's not sickly sweet. Just makes it feel healthier. No, kidding. So we use that, or we use like a strange type of sugar. Not, it's a bit more like caster sugar. But there's brown one, which is really nice, and there's white. So again, very unhealthy. So this one's now done, as you can see, nice and dark. So I'm sticking that in the oven on top of the rest of the pile. Put a bit more oil in, spread the oil, especially the middle bit. I find that the middle bit of the pan is the stickiest bit. Give it another stir just in case I pour it in, and swivel it round. Otherwise you end up with really, really fat pancakes. Not only do they take forever to cook, but the outside could be very dark and the inside a bit battery. Also it's not very nice, so I spread it out, flip that one over. That one needs a bit longer. I'll show you. You can see it might not look that bad on camera, but it's actually a bit pale. So I just turned it over the other side, give it a bit longer. As you can see, my jug, I've topped it up several times now, but it's just a quick, easy way of doing it, rather than fiddle with dripping spoons, which helps. So I'm now waiting for that first one that I've just put the batter in. I'll wait till it's gone completely dark and dry. Then I test it. If it feels very floppy, I just leave it a bit longer, till it feels a bit firm and I know it's the right colour then. So I'm just checking this one now. Yeah, that's now the perfect colour. So that can go and join the oven. So as you can see, it doesn't take long, really. No, it does go, but it does involve a lot of hanging around. That was a bit much oil. So if you put too much oil in, just tip it out for now. Just be aware that it's very hot. There we go. And batter. So I pour it in the middle of the pan, and then all I need to do is just tip the pan just that little bit, just to spread the batter around the pan more evenly, and then leave it be. So again, this one is now, it feels stiff, it's a little bit light, but you can always tip it over again later, but it's dry. They also say if you're having all the dripping everywhere when you tip it over, so don't turn it over too early. That just makes a mess and it's a pain. So these are Dutch pancakes. I don't know if you can hear the Dutch music in the background. Now my husband, who's English, he eats his with lemon and sugar. We don't do that in Holland. We don't do lemon. Lemon is for when you have a sore throat, you know. Not on pancakes. Pancakes has syrup or sugar. So my kids like the sugar, not the lemon on it. Although I think one of them does, but yeah. But he does lemon and sugar. So if you're having Pancake Day or Shrove Tuesday or anything you want to call it, yeah, enjoy it with your lemon and sugar, or enjoy it with some good old syrup. Honey is nice, and my kids love this Dutch thing. It's called apple syrup, like appelstroop. It's like an apple jam, and they quite like it with that. Not my older one. She says it's too sweet for her, so they like different things, which is good. So this one feels quite floppy, so I'm just leaving it, just loosening it up a bit. This one seems to have a space in the pan where it catches. So there we are. So that is Dutch pancake for you. So have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoyed this, and pop in the comments if you've tried it out and let me know how it went, and let me know if you'd be interested in more recipes. I mean, I do bake and I cook every day, but I do bake as well, so let me know. Have a lovely time.